Hello, everyone. Today we are here with Zambie Slayer.
Hello there.
Is there anything you would like to say before we get started?
Nope. I am good.
Okay, we will go ahead and jump in on the questions for you. The first set of questions are to you as a narrator.
Okay.
Do you have any future plans for your channel?
Um, yes, I do, actually. In the future, and I know I have promised this before, both on my channel and to some of my friends in the community, but pretty soon here, I am going to be starting up interviews of my own, Zambie views, as well as more classic horror narrations instead of just creepypastas.
And just so people know, the interviews that you are going to be doing are a completely different setup than mine. So go ahead and check them out because
Correct.
even if we interview the same people, it will be done completely differently.
Yep.
Okay. Next question is, how did you channel name?
I'm sorry?
How did you come up with your channel name?
Well, that's a bit of a funny story, actually. When I first joined the community, I didn't realize that I was able to change my name, and a big part of choosing the name for my persona as well as for my channel came from me hearing a bunch of people call zombies Zambies. So one of my game names from a really long time ago was Zombie Slayer 24. So I figured I would adapt Zombie Slayer 24 to Zombie Slayer 343 and then further adapt that to just Zombie Slayer.
Okay. How did your persona come to be?
My persona came to be, and I owe this a lot to another narrator, Giggles. I saw that she had another voice she narrated in at certain points. So I asked her about it, and she said it's a persona. And at that point, I didn't know what personas were. So I was like, ooh, I need to do this. So I came up with this goofy looking guy in a red mask and an eye patch. And he has developed as his backstory has developed and his personality has developed as I have developed as a person. So Zambia and I have developed and grown as one, if that makes sense.
Okay. How has narrating changed you?
It's changed me in a big way, actually. Before I started narrating, I just had to do like vlogs and videos on my channel, and I had maybe like four people who watched me. And since starting narrating, uh, I have climbed bleh, I have climbed substantially from where I was before in the subscriber and watcher count. Um, and I'm not the type of person who's in it just for the subscribers. I personally did not think I'd get any when I started, and to me, it's sort of uh, cool that they like the videos that I put out. I guess I just find it cool that I can help people and make their day a bit brighter.
Okay. How has narrating changed your life?
Narrating has changed my life by helping me with my speaking skills and my people skills. Um, Before this, before narrating, I wasn't able to string together long paragraphs like I am now because I hadn't had practice just straight reading to people, and now I can read my brother to bed and read my god brother to bed rather, and it's a relatively good feeling.
Why did you start narrating?
I started narrating because uh, I saw a few videos of Mr. Creepypasta Giggles Well Hey Productions, and I was like, that seems really cool, and it seems like something I can do. And I didn't even care if anybody watched or not. I was just doing it to basically as a test, and I got so much good feedback on my first video that I just kept doing it and doing it and doing it.
What creepypasta do you want to narrate but are having trouble doing so? Or
Um,
story?
I would say Romeo and Juliet. I have been trying to put that together for my channel, but getting all of the voice actors and everything there at the correct time, um, because everybody split up over so many different time zones, it's been rather difficult.
What creepypasta has made an impact on your life?
Um, I'd have to say Slenderman, and not because of like things that directly affected me, but if you remember a few months back, the in Waukesha, Wisconsin, the stabbing related to the fictional entity Slenderman. Um, I had some friends living nearby when that happened, and it affected them, and it affected us. So it may not actually be a story that affected me, but it's an event related to a story. So
What creepypasta will you not narrate?
I have a genre of creepypastas that I absolutely refuse to narrate. Anything that makes people question reality, such as "Please wake up" or "Listen." In "Please wake up," it's basically talking about how you're tortured. If you're being tortured, um, you slip into a reality that's exactly the same as the one you were in, except you're not being tortured in this one. And all through there, there's the words "wake up, please wake up" in bold text. Um, so yeah, anything like that, I am not. No.
The next set of questions are for you as a writer.
All right.
How did how did you come up with your pen name?
My pen name Carl Smith was it spawned from my Facebook name actually. My Facebook name is the same, and it started when I wasn't supposed to have a Facebook, but I made it for myself anyway. Um, I didn't want my parents to know that I had a Facebook, so I came up with a rather generic name, but not too generic like John Smith. And Carl was the first name that came to mind. So I made that my Facebook name, and I've just been using that for everything that I'm not using my real name or Zambie Slayer for. So,
What creepypasta do you wish you had been the one to write?
Um, I'd have to say Abandoned by Disney by Slime Beast.
Who are your favorite creepypasta writers?
I would have to say The Wandering Scarecrow, Carrot, and again, Slime Beast. Oh, and can't forget Captain Sprinkles, who wrote Cupcakes.
Where do you get your inspiration?
I get my inspiration from a lot of different places. Everyday life, other creepypastas, some narrators, and video games. Basically, everything you can think of, I draw. uh, I'm about to get really deep here. I draw power and emotion from, and I channel that into my writing.
How has writing changed you?
Writing has changed me in like a lot of ways. I can only think of one at the moment, but it has changed me in a lot of ways. Before I started my writing, I was depressed, like clinically depressed. And one day, my mom sat me down, gave me a journal, and said, writing might help. And so I just started writing words down, and I didn't even know what I was writing. And then all of a sudden, I looked back over what I was writing, and a story had formed. A story made from my emotions and everything. So that's how I do my brainstorming. And today, I am a I am a lot different because whenever I feel down or sad, I can just pick up a pen and paper and channel that sadness into my writing and look back and replace the sadness with pride.
How has writing changed your life?
Writing has changed my life by giving me an outlet for my anxiety and my depression. It has also given me a way to delve into separate realities, which sounds a bit sci-fi when I think about it now, but I get so in depth into what I'm writing that it's like I'm actually living it while I'm writing it. So that's a thing.
Why did you start writing?
I started writing, like I said, because my mom plopped me down, set a journal in front of me, gave me a pen, and said, "Write, it'll help you feel better." And I looked back over the story, and it was pretty good. And I was like, I should do more of this, even if it's just for myself. And a friend of mine found the initial story, and he said that I should try to get it published. It was declined, but um, just the fact that my friend said that I should try to get published is what made me think that some people may actually like me as a writer.
Which creepypasta are you most proud of writing?
I am most proud of writing a creepypasta called um, The Rise of the Elders. I have not put it on the forums yet. So far, it's just something that I've written for me, and it's not completely finished either, but I feel like it's a great plot, a great um, it tells a great story.
What is the earliest story you remember writing?
Wow, that takes me back. The earliest story I remember writing was when I was 5 or 6. I wrote a story called Planet Poison Oxide about these people who live on a planet made of carbon monoxide, and they were humans, but they adapted specifically to breathe carbon monoxide instead of oxygen. So
What story are you currently working on?
I am currently working on like I said, Rise of the Elders. Well, Fall of the Elders rather, and I am currently working on a book as well uh, called Dreamscape.
Would you like to tell us more about your book?
Um, yeah, sure. The I am only a few chapters into it right now, but it's about a post-apocalyptic wasteland of a place called Dreamscape that basically just came out of World War III, and it's about a post-apocalyptic wasteland. It's sort of a sci-fi horror fantasy.
Okay. Do you plan on getting the book published?
I do at some point in the future when I actually finish it. I plan on um, going to a friend of mine that is a publisher and submitting it for publication.
And where do you see yourself going with your writing career?
I don't see myself going too far with it. Like I said, I am going to try to get my book published, but I hold no high hopes that it will be a bestseller or anything like that. I I want to say that I see myself going far with my writing career, being a big writer, right up there with Stephen King, Edgar Allan Poe, but that's unrealistic. Realistically speaking, I see myself come 5 to 10 years having a semi-successful career, but still not being a big household name.
Mm. The next set of questions I have for you are for you as a songwriter.
Ooh, okay.
When did you first get interested in writing music?
I first got interested in writing music as soon as I was able to play it, which was, well, I've always been able to play music rather successfully, but ever since I've been able to read music, which was in sixth or seventh grade.
What does music mean to you?
Music, as well as writing, is another creative outlet. Um, However, music lets me search my soul and actually, it serves as a great escape. Hello?
Okay, I think my internet just messed up. Are you still there?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So I'm not sure if the stream caught it. Would you mind repeating your last answer, please?
Um, yes. The question was,
What does
how is
music
it?
mean to you?
Um, Music is a creative outlet as well as writing, but it helps me explore my more childish side and sometimes my darker side, and it allows me to. Uh, it serves as a great escape.
Okay. What style of music do you produce?
I produce slower, darker music, such as um, I don't think I have any published music at the moment, but I can give an example of the type of music that I do in the form of another song and another artist that I highly respect. Um, if you are familiar with Muji and the dark piano, I play and write music similar to that.
Okay. What instruments do you play?
Ooh, that's a wide spectrum. I play piano and guitar primarily, but I also play violin, recorder, cello, and taiko drum and halo.
What is the most difficult part of writing music?
The most difficult part is finding a way to make it all flow together properly. Um, I can't tell you how many hours I've spent just trying to get one measure to sound good enough to produce and it make sense musically.
How do you overcome writer's block?
I overcome writer's block by listening to one of my inspirations, Muji. I overcome writer's block by listening to some of his music, Mad World by Gary Jules, and other music like that.
Yeah. What other musicians influence your work?
Muji and Gary Jules, as well uh, as Dimension Bucket.
What is the most rewarding part of writing your own music?
The most rewarding part is not having any time constraints. Writing my own music, meaning me playing it, me producing it, me writing it. You don't have any time constraints, and the only real stress you'd have is you giving yourself a time crunch, and that's something that I do a lot, not feeling like I can meet up to a non-existent time crunch.
And we are on the last question for you.
Oh, okay.
What is a fun fact about yourself?
Fun fact about myself. Um, let's see. There's so many to choose from. Um, I'd have to say that one fun fact about myself is that I love to pretend, like make believe certain scenarios, such as I am a superhero or I am a police officer, etc., etc., stuff like that. Because again, as is the recurring theme of this video, I I like to escape certain things.
Okay. Well, that is it for the questions, but is there anything else you would like to say before we wrap this up?
Um, no, I think I'm good.
Okay. To anybody who has not already subscribed to Zambie Slayer, his link to his channel is in the description down below, so make sure you go check him out and subscribe and comment, like his videos. And I guess that is it. So thank you for joining me today, and thank you everyone for watching.
Thank you for having me, and thanks everyone.
Bye everyone.
Bye.